The early morning mist hung low over the South African grasslands. A zebra mother grazed peacefully near a shallow waterhole, her two foals staying close to her striped flanks. The youngest foal, barely 3 weeks old, nibbled experimentally at the tender shoots growing near the water's edge. Its sibling, only a few months older, practiced its running stride, kicking up small clouds of red dust with each playful bound. The air carried the earthy scent of damp soil mixed with acacia blossoms. Everything felt safe. Everything felt right. But nature holds no guarantees. From behind a cluster of granite boulders roughly 200 meters away, a male lion watched. His amber eyes tracked every movement of the zebra family. His muscles coiled beneath his tawny coat. He had been stalking this particular group for nearly an hour, moving downwind, keeping his massive frame concealed behind the scattered rock formations that dotted this corner of Kruger National Park. He was patient. He was hungry, and he had identified his target. The zebra mother lifted her head suddenly. Her ears swiveled forward, then back. Something in the air had changed. Perhaps a shift in the wind. Perhaps an instinct older than memory itself. She released a sharp, warning bark that cut through the morning stillness. Both foals froze instantly, their small bodies rigid with sudden awareness. Then she saw him. The lion emerged from behind the boulders, his stride purposeful and terrifyingly calm. He wasn't rushing. He didn't need to. The distance between predator and prey was closing with each measured step. The zebra mother's heart hammered against her ribs. Her mind calculated impossible odds. The waterhole lay behind them. Open grassland stretched ahead, and between her family and any possible safety stood death itself. She bolted. The foals exploded into motion beside her, their instincts overriding their inexperience. Their small legs pumped frantically across the uneven terrain. The zebra mother stayed between her babies and the approaching lion, her body a living shield. Behind them, the lion's walk transformed into a lope, then into a full charging sprint. The thunder of his paws hitting the ground sent vibrations through the earth. The gap was closing. Have you ever felt that crushing weight of impossible choices? Hit the subscribe button if this moment resonates with you. Wildlife photographer Sarah Mitchell crouched behind her vehicle roughly 300 meters from the unfolding chase. Her camera clicked rapidly, capturing frame after frame, but her hands trembled. She had documented hunts before. She understood nature's harsh mathematics, but watching a mother desperately trying to save her young never became easier. She zoomed in on the zebra mother's face, pure determination mixed with absolute terror. The youngest foal stumbled. Its small hoof caught on a hidden root, sending its compact body tumbling sideways. The zebra mother skidded to a halt, wheeling back instantly. Her maternal instinct overrode every survival impulse, screaming at her to run. The older foal stopped too, confused, looking between its mother and the rapidly approaching predator. The lion saw the stumble. He adjusted his trajectory, focusing entirely on the fallen youngster. This was the moment, the vulnerable second that separated life from death on the savannah. The zebra mother positioned herself directly over her fallen baby, who was scrambling to regain its footing. She faced the lion head-on, her ears pinned back, her teeth bared in desperate defiance. The older foal pressed against her side, trembling violently. The lion slowed his charge, circling now, his tail lashing. He had them cornered. There was nowhere left to run. Then the ground shook, not from the lion's approach, but from something else entirely. something massive. The vibration traveled through the red earth, a rhythmic pounding that grew stronger with each passing second. The lion's head snapped to the right. His confident posture shifted slightly. Sarah Mitchell adjusted her lens, her breath catching in her throat as a shape materialized from the tree line. An elephant bull emerged from the acacia grove. He was enormous, easily 5 tons of raw power wrapped in gray skin that bore the scars of decades in the wild. His tusks curved outward like ivory sabers, each one thicker than a human thigh. But it wasn't his size that commanded attention. It was his posture. His head was raised high, his ears spread wide, his trunk lifted and curled. This was a threat display, and it was directed at the lion. The elephant advanced with deliberate, heavy steps. Each footfall sent tremors through the ground. The lion held his position for a moment, perhaps calculating whether the zebra family was worth this new complication. The elephant released a warning rumble from deep within his chest, a sound so low it was felt more than heard. It carried a clear message: leave them alone. The lion's ears flattened. His eyes darted between the zebras and this unexpected challenger. He had size and speed on his side against prey. But against an adult elephant bull in full defensive mode? Those were odds that even a hungry predator wouldn't accept lightly. Still, he didn't retreat. Not yet. He had invested too much energy in this hunt. Starvation was a powerful motivator. The elephant trumpeted. The sound split the morning air like a crack of thunder, echoing across the grasslands with such force that birds erupted from distant trees. The zebra mother flinched, but held her ground over her foals. The lion took a step backward, then another. But his gaze remained locked on the young zebras. He circled wider, testing, looking for an angle that wouldn't put him directly in the elephant's path. The elephant matched his movements. The massive bull positioned himself between the lion and the zebra family with surprising agility for a creature of his size. His trunk swayed like a pendulum, tracking the predator's every shift. His tusks gleamed in the strengthening sunlight. This wasn't aggression for its own sake. This was protection. But why? What reason would an elephant have to defend another species? Sarah Mitchell whispered into her recorder, her voice barely audible. I've never seen anything like this. The bull is actively guarding them. He's not just passing through. He's chosen to intervene. Share your thoughts on this incredible protection in the comments below. The standoff continued. Minutes stretched like hours. The lion made a feint to the left, testing the elephant's reaction time. The bull responded instantly, pivoting with remarkable speed, his front foot stamping down with such force that dust exploded upward in a red cloud. The message was unmistakable. Come closer, and there would be consequences. Behind the elephant's protective bulk, the youngest foal had finally regained its footing. The zebra mother nudged both her babies, urging them backward, away from the confrontation. They moved slowly, reluctantly, their eyes wide and fixed on the standoff. The older foal pressed against its mother's side, its small body still shaking. They retreated step by careful step, putting distance between themselves and the lion. The lion noticed. His body tensed, muscles bunching beneath his golden coat, preparing for another charge. Perhaps if he moved fast enough, he could dart around the elephant, reach the zebras before the elephant charged. Not a full attack, but a warning rush. He surged forward 3 massive strides, his trunk raised high, his ears spread to their full impressive width, his entire body radiating lethal intent. The ground trembled, dust billowed. The lion's nerve finally broke. He turned and ran, his powerful body streaking away across the grassland, putting distance between himself and this unexpectedly aggressive giant. The elephant stopped his charge after only a few meters. He stood his ground, watching the lion retreat, his massive body heaving with each breath. He waited, making absolutely certain the threat had passed. Only when the lion had disappeared behind a distant rise did the elephant's posture begin to relax. His ears folded back to their normal position, his trunk lowered to the ground. He turned slowly, facing the zebra family. The zebra mother stood frozen, her foals huddled against her legs. This close, the elephant's size was overwhelming. One sweep of those tusks, one stomp of those pillar-like feet, and her family would be crushed. Every instinct told her to run, but exhaustion and shock kept her rooted in place. She could only watch as the elephant approached. What happened next shocked everyone watching. The elephant stopped at a respectful distance. Roughly 10 meters separated them. He extended his trunk slowly, cautiously, in a gesture that seemed almost gentle. He swayed his massive head from side to side, not in threat, but in what appeared to be acknowledgement. The zebra mother's ears twitched forward. Something passed between them in that moment. A wordless understanding, a recognition of shared vulnerability, shared parenthood, shared existence in this dangerous, beautiful place. The elephant took one step backward, then another. He was giving them space, giving them the opportunity to leave. The zebra mother understood. She turned carefully, keeping her body between the elephant and her foals, and began walking. Not running. Walking. Her babies followed, their gaits unsteady but alive. Wonderfully, miraculously alive. Sarah Mitchell captured every frame, tears streaming down her face behind her camera. "He's letting them go," she whispered. "He protected them, and now he's letting them go." The zebra family moved across the grassland, away from the waterhole, away from danger, toward the safety of their distant herd. The mother looked back once. The elephant still stood in the same spot, a gray mountain of patience, watching them go. She barked softly, a sound that carried across the grass. Then she continued walking, her foals pressed close against her striped sides. The elephant remained motionless for several more minutes. Sarah watched him through her lens, trying to understand what she had just witnessed. Finally, the great bull turned and walked slowly back toward the acacia grove, his trunk swinging peacefully, as if nothing extraordinary had happened at all. As if protecting another species' young was simply what one did when the opportunity arose. By noon, Sarah had packed her equipment. She sat in her vehicle, reviewing the footage on her laptop screen. Frame after frame documented the impossible: a male lion hunting, a zebra mother's desperate stand, an elephant's intervention, a predator's retreat, a family's survival. It was all there, proof that compassion wasn't uniquely human, that protection could transcend species boundaries, that sometimes, in the wild mathematics of survival, mercy found a way to exist. She uploaded a single photo to her research database with a simple caption: "Witnessed interspecies protection today. Bull elephant defended zebra family from lion attack. All survived. Nature continues to teach us that empathy has no boundaries." 3 weeks later, Sarah returned to the same area. She found the zebra family grazing peacefully with their herd near a different waterhole. Both foals had grown noticeably, their legs stronger, their movements more confident. The mother's coat bore several healing scratches from her desperate run, but she was alive. Her babies were alive. They had been given a second chance by an unlikely guardian who asked for nothing in return. Sarah also spotted the elephant bull. He stood beneath the same acacia grove, peacefully stripping bark from a fallen branch. She wondered if he remembered, if that moment of protection remained in his vast memory, if he understood how profoundly his actions had affected her understanding of the natural world. Perhaps he did, perhaps he didn't. But in that remote corner of South Africa, on that mist-covered morning, he had proven something remarkable: that families recognize families, that vulnerability calls to vulnerability, that sometimes, even in nature's harshest theater, heroes emerge not because they must, but because they can. This incredible true story reminds us that the wild heart beats with more than just survival instinct. It beats with compassion. It beats with recognition of life's inherent value, regardless of species. The elephant didn't gain food from his protection. He didn't gain territory or status. He gained nothing except the knowledge that a mother and her babies lived to see another day. If this story restored your faith in nature's gentler moments, don't miss our next video where we explore another astonishing tale of unlikely alliances, proving that the savannah holds mysteries we're only beginning to understand. Subscribe now to witness more moments where nature's compassion shines through its harshest realities.